gusta la cena, me gustas tú. Me gusta la vecina, me gustas tú. Me gusta su cocina, me gustas tú. Me gusta camelar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la guitarra, me gustas tú. Me gusta el reggae, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son, mi corazón? Me gusta la canela, me gustas tú. Me gusta el fuego, me gustas tú. Me gusta menear, me gustas tú. Me gusta La Coruña, me gustas tú. Me gusta Malasaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta la castaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta Guatemala, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son, mi corazón?
¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu.
¿Qué horas son, mi corazón?
Mis ojos se despiertan con la luz.
¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu.
¿Qué horas son, mi corazón?
Que mis ojos se despierten con la luz de tu mirada. Yo a Dios le pido que mi madre no se muera y que mi padre me recuerde. A Dios le pido que te quedes a mi lado y que más nunca te me vayas, mi vida. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido por los días que me quedan y las noches que aún no llegan. Yo a Dios le pido por los hijos de mis hijos y los hijos de tus hijos. A Dios le pido que mi pueblo no derrame tanta sangre y se levante mi gente. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido un segundo más de vida para darte y mi corazón entero entregarte. Un segundo más de vida para darte y a tu lado para siempre yo quedarme.
Gençleri son.
Un segundo más de vida yo a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido. A Dios le pido. Que mis ojos se despierten con la luz de tu mirada. Yo a Dios le pido que mi madre no se muera y que mi padre me recuerde. A Dios le pido que te quedes a mi lado y que más nunca te me vayas, mi vida. A Dios le pido que mi alma no descanse cuando de amarte se trate, mi cielo. A Dios le pido un segundo más de vida para darte y mi corazón entero entregarte. Un segundo más de vida para darte y a tu lado para siempre yo quedarme. Un segundo más de vida yo a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días a Dios le pido que si me muero sea de amor y si me enamoro sea de vos y que de tu voz sea este corazón. Todos los días yo quieres, dime lo que sientes, pero dímelo de frente. Si tú no me quieres, dime lo que sientes, pero dímelo de frente. Que a mí lo que me da rabia es eso, de no saber lo que sientes. Que a mí lo que me da rabia es eso, de no saber lo que sientes. Y si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de esto. Ayer me dijiste que tú volverías, pero todo fue mentira. Ayer me dijiste que tú volverías, pero todo fue mentira. Ayer tú dijiste mil tonterías que acabaron con mi vida. Ayer tú dijiste mil tonterías que acabaron con mi vida. Y si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. No, 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 no. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de esto. Te di lo que tuve solo por un beso y no conseguí ni eso. Te di lo que tuve solo por un beso y no conseguí ni eso. Mentira, 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 mentira. Todo lo tuyo es mentira, 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 mentira. Todo lo tuyo es mentira. Y si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso, yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. No, no, no. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Ay, caramba. Yo ya no te doy más de tu amor. Si tú me pagas con eso.
Es la magia de tu cuerpo o el perfume
for me tonight. Joanna, your busy body giving me life, oh. Hey, life, hey. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. How you gonna do me like Joanna? Joanna. Hey, Joanna. Joanna. Ay, ay, ay. Hey. How you gonna play me like Drogba, ho? How you gonna do me like Drogba, ho?
Check.
Ho? Oh, DJ Drogba, ho?
Check.
Ho?
This.
DJ Drogba, ho? Ho? Joanna, you're busy, but
Checking.
busy tonight.
Testing 1, 2.
Joanna, you're busy, body giving me life.
Yes, but it does. No, you don't see this on the video. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our 2022 Global Smile Foundation Gala. We're so glad you can join us in this special evening that we have prepared for all of you. I'm Denise Franco. I'm a volunteer for Global Smile since 1996 and president for Global Smile Foundation in Ecuador since 2014. I'm happy to be representing my country this night that we are celebrating 35 years of humanitarian missions. So let's begin.
It's incredibly humbling and rewarding being here, just knowing that I'm making an impact on so many lives who depend on us for these resources and medical supplies.
Jamás en la vida creo que vamos a tener cómo nosotros pagar tantas cirugías.
Nos ha cambiado la vida porque sentimos que todas las cirugías por las que el niño ha pasado han hecho que él sea ahora un niño seguro de sí mismo.
There's no better feeling in the world than witnessing a parent's reaction, seeing their child for the first time after surgery.
Everybody at GSF just rocks. I mean, they're just a fantastic team, and the way they work together is just fantastic. It's great to be a part of it.
El trato que nos dan, muy humano, los tratan muy bonito.
Primero Dios te siga y siga para que más niños tengan una sonrisa linda.
It's incredibly humbling and rewarding being here, just knowing that I'm making an impact on so many lives who depend on us for these resources.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name is John Kazeski. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to laugh. If you're anything like me, we're going to cry. And most importantly, we are going to smile. And that's what tonight is all about. And as we experience all of those emotions tonight, you may feel just so inclined to say, I need to get more involved. I have to do more for this mission. And I'm going to preface this by saying, you already have, because you're here tonight. Because you left your house, you came here tonight, you decided to join us. You shared on your social media that you're here. You told your friends and family that you're here tonight supporting this incredible cause, and for that, we are eternally grateful. So give yourselves a round of applause. But beyond that, you may feel even more inclined to give tonight, and for that, I say, please do, absolutely. So we have made it incredibly easy tonight for you, if you feel so inclined. In your brochures and also on the screens tonight, you will see QR codes. All you have to do is aim your camera at it, and that will give you an opportunity to donate. We also take Venmo, we take checks, we take cash, we take crypto. We may not take crypto. I might have made that up. But if you want to give, we're going to figure it out tonight. So, but we're going to have a lot of opportunities throughout the evening for that. But believe it or not, asking you for money tonight is actually my second hardest job. I'm going to get to my first hardest job in just a second. But before I do, just as I was coming up on stage, I was asked for us, because we're all about prizes tonight too, we have some incredible auction items. We are going to give away our first auction item. So we're going to pull a ticket here, and if your ticket's in here, you will get first choice down at the end. Lisa over here will show you over. And actually, would you like to help me draw the winning ticket? All right. The winner is Hassan. And if you're not Hassan, your phone number ends in 8791. Hassan, congratulations. Thank you very much. And Lisa will help you right over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that that was the second hardest part of my evening, was kindly asking you for your generosity. But the hardest part tonight is what I'm getting to right now. And that is to introduce the man that needs no introduction at all. And to make it even a little bit more difficult, it's the man that really wants no recognition at all either. But we're going to give it to him here tonight. So I think the only proper way that I could think of to do this was with a quote. And it's a quote from Mother Teresa that says, "If you want peace, give a smile." And I'll tell you, for what this man has done, he has given more peace to this world than any of us will ever know. On my very first day with him, he said to me, "John, this isn't work. This is family." And I can tell you firsthand that everyone you see working here tonight, he treats like family. Every patient that we serve together, he treats like family. And all of you being here tonight, I can assure you, he thinks of you like family. So please give a round of applause for the man that is the driving force behind everything you're going to see here tonight, Dr. Usama Hamdan.
Thank you so much for being here. And again, thank you, John, for your kind words. And thank you, Denise, for 26 years of friendship and family together. I met Denise actually when she was in 10th grade, 1996. And the rest is history as well. So I just wanted to share with you basically our experience over the last 26 years or 35 years. Way before the start of COVID, our patients have been walking around with face masks to cover their facial deformities. And imagine basically living all your life like this, having to endure stigmatization, bullying, being made fun of. It's the patients, and Dr. Melissa Azrat today will be touching on this situation as well that our patients have to go through. patient upon patient, and they were able, in a way, to be able to help them to change their lives and try to improve their quality of well-being. I'm not sure if this is working or not. So 2 years ago, we published the first article in peer-reviewed journal on how do you develop a sustainable cleft care in outreach setting, utilizing outreach cleft program, as well as the empowerment and sustainability model that we started developing from 2018. We've been teaching for decades, but the development of comprehensive cleft care workshop allowed us basically to expand the role of our work. And the statistic actually is very interesting. For every person whom we train, if they see 200 patients a year over a 20-year practice span, they're impacting the life of 4,000 patients. So in Ecuador, not in Ecuador, sorry, in Istanbul, where we did the workshop last year, 1.9 million patients could have benefited or will benefit from the impact of our teaching responsibilities. Ray Sicolo, Neville Setna, and I, along with many other founding board members, started actually doing this work in 1987, and we have grown into the 2000. And this is currently the size of our teams. Basically, we have expanded quite significantly. And the key point basically is not only are we the largest cleft provider in Ecuador, operating in over 50% of all the patients born there, as well as in Lebanon, working with ICRC, UNICEF, UNHCR, and many other organizations. But we also try to provide our care in Peru, El Salvador, and many other countries as well. Patients trust us. Now they come with the ultrasound. We provide them with the feeding bottles when the patients are born. We counsel their families to try to tolerate the social stigmata. And we provide them with the dental and dental orthopedics, into the surgery, into the speech and the psychosocial effect. And we follow them up eventually with telehealth throughout. And I'm going to share with you some of these patients that you have been an integral part of allowing us to provide this kind of work. Patient upon patient, we're able to have them resume their integration into the society. They can blend better into the school. They can grow up to be healthy men and women and contribute much more to the society than being imprisoned at home because people basically were making fun of them. These are a collection of patients of ours whom we have been taking care of since they were 2.5 months old, and they have grown to be 25 to 30 years of age. And some people really to be proud of. Actually, a couple of things I want to share with you, and this is really off script. I have one of my dear colleagues, Christina McGill from Alaska. She asked me, Osama, please try to touch on not only on the impact that we're having on our patients, talk to them about the impact that we are having on ourselves. We come back richer from each mission. We come back wealthier because we have been able to enhance other people's lives, but in the process, really, we have enhanced our life and our well-being, and the reason why we exist in so many ways. We are richer as a community, we're richer as friends, and we're richer in trying to make this world a better place. I had a patient, actually, she came to one of my coordinators in Bamako a few years ago, and she said, "Are you Mrs. Savadego?" She says, "Yes." "How do you know me?" She said, "I was part of the patients whom the American team took care of me in Mali in 2007. At that time, I was in high school. I was pelleted with stone. I was beaten up. I was made fun of. After the surgery, I was able to go into college. I graduated. I have a husband. I have 2 children. I have a roof over my head, and I have a job. Thank you." So thank you so much for being part of this amazing journey. We're indebted to all of you, indebted to my dear friend Ray Sicolo for all his trust and friendship, and to all of you basically for entrusting us in this journey. And I'm really grateful for our patients and their families who have entrusted us with their well-being and their kids to be able to take care of them and provide them with the much desired and needed care that they deserve. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce my dear friend, Dr. Francois Nader from Talaris and Moderna. Unfortunately, Francois could not join us in person today, but he was able to join us via Zoom, and the floor is for Francois.
Good evening, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight, albeit virtually. And for Good evening, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight, albeit virtually. Unfortunately, personal circumstances dictated it. But I'd like, first and foremost, to say congratulations on 35 long years of humanitarian contribution that Good evening, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight.
Check.
Hello? Is this working? But tell Marisa if she can help us. Okay. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we're family and we're sure you understand these moments. But we'll keep going. I want to introduce tonight to Doctora Marisa Azaret. She's from CNN, en español, medical contributor and host of Pide la Salud con Doctora Azaret. She will talk about mental health resilience. Welcome, Doctora Azaret. We're so grateful to have you tonight. Thank you.
that need our help. And when we're talking about kids, we're talking about how do we assess their emotional and developmental development, how they engage with the world, the social skills, and how they cope when there is a problem. And that's what we define as mental health in children. And you have heard the news. The greatest organizations, not only pediatric organizations, not only in the United States, but around the world, they have said that we are going through a national emergency. But I have to tell you, I mean, a part that you didn't say, and I'm going to say, I'm a clinical psychologist. I have been a clinical psychologist for the past 37 years. I work in Nicholas Children's Hospital. It's the largest hospital in the Southeast United States. And we see a tremendous amount of kids. And before the pandemic, every clinical psychologist in this country was sounding the alarm. I have been in this field 37 years, and I have never seen the numbers so high in terms of anxiety, in terms of eating disorders, in terms of depression, and the severity that we're seeing. So we knew this before the pandemic, and what happened with the pandemic is that it exacerbated what was going on in the country. I don't want to be negative. We'll get to the positive side of all this. Why is it a crisis? I wish I could pinpoint. But I think the first one is the high levels of stress. The American Psychological Association, every year, they publish what is called Stress in America. And they just published the new one last month, and they found that there is a particular generation that is very stressed in the United States. Do you want to guess? The millennials. The millennials that go more or less from 29 to 39, 40, they are called also the sandwich generation. They are stressed out because we are dealing with multiple pandemics at the present time. The economic pandemic, the mental health pandemic, the political pandemic, you name it. So the stress is intense. And then parental burnout. And that's a term that we are very comfortable using nowadays. We have physicians that are burned out. We have teachers that are burned out. We have workers that are burned out. And that was a name that we usually used in the 80s, talking about parents of kids with medically involved children, chronically ill children. But now we're using it, and it's a reality. And then I don't have to tell you, I'm going to tell you very, very briefly, because you know about this, the impact of social media and digital platforms. To give you an idea, before the pandemic, kids would spend an average of 3 hours in social media every day. Now, you want to guess, is 7 hours. So the impact that has in physical health, obesity, diabetes, stress, low academic achievements, and then poor access to care, you're very well aware of that. And in terms of the communities that you help, you see that on an everyday basis. Lack of parental education, and what I mean by that is parents being able to see the red flags. Is my child depressed? Is my child anxious? Am I looking to the right information? And I just want you to know that it takes from 8 to 10 years when the symptoms begin in a child to the point that they are getting helped. 8 to 10 years. And that is a reality that we're living. And it's because the parents don't know. It's not because they don't want to. It's that they cannot recognize the symptoms. And obviously, around the world is the increase of children's chronic condition. And in terms of kids, children with cleft, there you have all the symptoms that you see. High risk for low self-esteem, isolation, bullying, anger, anxiety, and depression. And I want to emphasize parental distress, the guilt that many parents feel. Am I responsible for this, for what this child is going through? Am I being a good parent? How can I deal with this? And the only thing that I can tell you is when you have a depressed mother, when you have a depressed father, that will impact the physical and emotional development and health of that particular child. So this is something, is self-explanatory, is those experiences in our lives that are negative. And there are a few things that I want you to understand about this. Number one, they are very common in the population. Number two, the more you experience, the worse the impact on your health, emotional and physical health. And number three, they are preventable. We can prevent them. So these are, and I'm going to give you the last report from the CDCs to give you an idea. They interview 160,000 adults in the United States, 25 states. And what they found is 61% of those adults interviewed mentioned that they had at least one adverse childhood experience. And 16% of them mentioned that they have 4 or more. And this goes from generation to generation. And then the question is, when you see kids that are being raised in poverty, in those circumstances, what makes it that one child survives and moves forward and shines, and another child doesn't? What happens? And then that is another word that we have been using during the pandemic, and it's the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, resilience. And the pathway to resilience, I think we can divide it in 3. One is the internal one, the personality, the temperament of the child. Is he flexible? Is he able to engage with people? Does he have a sense of humor? Does he trust himself? Does he assess and change directions when it's needed? And then the other component is the family. What kind of family does that child have? A supportive, a positive, a present family, and then the community. What kind of community we're talking about? And we're talking about schools, we're talking about sports centers, we're talking about faith communities. So those are the pathways to resilience. And what is beautiful about that is that you can learn them, you can teach them, you can practice them, and you can do it at any age. It's not something that we're born with necessarily. Those are skills that we can learn. So our goal as professionals is to kind of mitigate those negative experiences and enhance those positive experiences or abilities that we have in our hands in order to help those kids. And I want to end because they gave me 10 minutes and I think I went past the 10 minutes. But I want to tell you a little bit about my experience at CNN en Español during this pandemic. It has been tough because I interviewed parents, children, doctors, professionals, humanitarians from all over the world. And I have learned a few lessons. And the most important one, is to pause and listen. It doesn't matter if we come with research. It doesn't matter if we come with a PhD, a doctorate degree. We need to listen, because what I think is important for you, you might not see it that way. What I think you should do, it might not be what you need to do. So it's your commitment, it's your baby steps. And then we have learned to assess and adjust very rapidly. I know that in one of your, I think you were going to Ecuador and you couldn't go and you treated via Zoom. I mean, I'm Zoom out by now. I'm tired of Zooming. But I remember that from a Friday that the World Health Organization said that we were in a pandemic, I was at the hospital, and that Monday, we detoured and we did telemedicine. And it was, wow. I didn't trust telemedicine that much in psychology, especially dealing with kids and dealing with teenagers, but it happened. We had to assess and adjust. And I can tell you that my show on CNN, it went from the studio immediately to my home. And I had to learn to put the lights and everything with no help. FaceTiming. So imagine, at the beginning it was tough. And then dare to think outside the box. And that's an important lesson. If I cannot go from A to B and I have to go to D first, let's do it. Let's try to. And then the only thing that I can tell you to end this is that it does take a village to raise a healthy child. And I don't mean a cleft child, a healthy child. I'm talking about all the kids that are suffering nowadays. It takes a village, and you, by being here, are that village. You are part of that village. What the research says is what a child needs is a committed adult. It can be mom, it can be dad, it can be an uncle, it can be a doctor, it can be a coach, a teacher. Only one committed adult that believes in that child to move forward in life. And someone stole my phrase. I thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marisa. We are so grateful to have you tonight. We were going to show you a video that was prepared with all our love, and we want you to see it tonight, so we're ready now.
It's incredibly humbling and rewarding being here, just knowing that I'm making an impact on so many lives who depend on us for these resources for medical supplies.
Tantas cirugías nos han cambiado la vida porque sentimos que todas las cirugías por las que hemos pasado han hecho que ahora un difícil. There's no better feeling in the world than when the parents were actually seeing their child after surgery.
Everybody at GSF just rocks. I mean, they're just a fantastic team, and they work together. It's just fantastic. It's great to be part of it.
El trato muy humano, los tratan muy bonito. Pero de verdad siga para que los niños tengan una salud feliz.
Good evening, everyone. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight, albeit virtually. Unfortunately, personal circumstances dictated it. But I'd like, first and foremost, to say congratulations on 35 long years of humanitarian contribution that GSF led in a field that is still underserved. These patients with cleft lip or cleft palate cannot thank you enough, individually and collectively, for what you have done for them over these many years. Dr. Hamdan asked me to share with you a little bit my experience serving on the board of Moderna during the COVID crisis. And I cannot tell you how personally gratifying and rewarding this experience was and continues to be, being at the forefront of a fight that few expected, but which we ended up winning. At least we won the first battle. And serving on the COVID vaccine committee of Moderna during this time gave me a privileged view as to what innovation, scientific acumen, entrepreneurship can do to transform the world, literally. And since then, as we say, the rest is history. Whether Moderna or other manufacturers have deployed hundreds of millions of doses of vaccine. And guess what? It is one of the reasons we are here assembled tonight. We could not have done it if the vaccine was not available. So it reminded me that the work we've done have brought back smile to humanity. And this is what GSF does. GSF brings back smile to patients, one patient at a time. And I cannot think of a better reward. At the time of the pandemic, people were scared, they were hurt, and many were hopeless. And I cannot but draw the comparison to patients suffering from cleft lip or cleft palate, because they are also scared how to face life. They're hurt, not only physically, but emotionally. And many of them are hopeless. And this is where GSF, over the last 35 years, has brought back not only smile to these patients, but brought back hope in life, hope in their future. Now, the fight for the pandemic is not over. We're facing every day vaccine fatigue. We're facing disinformation. We're facing less than optimal public health services. But I have confidence that we are more ready than we were 3 years ago to face the new pandemic. I don't know what it is. I certainly don't know when it will hit. But I know that it will, and when it will, we will be ready. And same for GSF. I mean, over the last 35 years, your commitment has been second to none. You faced operational challenges. You faced resource challenges. You faced, at times, social stigma. But yet, your commitment has been second to none. And you can be very proud of what was achieved over the so many years. Yet tonight, celebrating the 35th anniversary, I have a request, I have an ask, because Dr. Hamdan reminded me that $1,500 could bring back a smile to a child. And as I said, it's not only a smile, it's the ambition of life, it's hope, and frankly, it's their contribution to society. So my call for action tonight is let's give multiple 1,500s so that GSF can continue its mission to bring back smiles to these kids. I know you can do it. I know we can do it. And I know that GSF can deliver, as they have been for the last 35 years. So enjoy your evening. It's a pleasure to be with you virtually, but I hope that we will be able to meet in person in the near future. Thank you.
One of the main pillars of Global Smile Foundation is the recognition of collaboration. In collaboration, there is a strength. In collaboration, there is unity. In collaboration, there is power. The power to change so many lives. And this special evening, we are recognizing Susana González Rosado, Prefecta del Guayas in Ecuador, as our Goodwill Ambassador for all her support in this amazing journey.
Today, we recognize the unstoppable and honest work of Susana González Rosado, Prefect of the Guayas Province, for her tireless work in support of human rights, gender equality, and freedom of expression. Since 2020, the Guayas Province has been reborn under the leadership of Susana González. With the thoughts, heart, and actions from the Prefectura, she has transformed the lives of thousands of Guayasenses through free surgeries for kids with cleft lip and palate, restoring the smiles of thousands of families.
Susana had two homes, her own with her parents, and the other was the hospital. She understands the reality that people live in, which in turn allows her to promote a healthy living in the province of Guayas through her job.
I've always told Susana that beyond the authority that really respect her, we find a nice human being, someone that understands our commitment to our children in Ecuador, in Guayas province.
Y quiero reconocer el amor, la mística, la pasión, la entrega de Usama Hanan. Gracias desde mi corazón.
Susana González, Guayas Prefect.
Unfortunately, the prefect of the Guayas, Susana González, was not able to join us tonight, but on her behalf, Maria Carmen Oneto Trujillo, Vice President of Fundación Global Smile Ecuador, will receive her award.
We are indebted to Dr. Susana González for her support and love and devotion for the foundation and as well for all the patients.
And for her support for human rights and for bettering people's lives. It really honors us to have her as our Goodwill Ambassador. I'm sorry that she's not with us here in person, but thank you, Nena, for accepting this award on her behalf.
Tonight I'm going to read, good evening everybody, tonight I'm going to read a few words that Susana would like to share with all of you. Forgive me for not being able to join the gala tonight. It is a truly special night for me. I am humbled to receive this recognition and very grateful to Global Smile Foundation. God bless our country in these tough times that we are facing and the whole world. Thank you very much.
I would like to invite Beatriz Almeida Stein. She's our General Consul of Ecuador here in Boston. Please join us and make a special presentation to honor our host for this event.
Good evening. I'm so sorry I don't have no voice tonight, but I would like to have a message with all my heart to Mr.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christina O'Connor. I am a family friend and half Ecuatoriana who will be the voice of Beatriz Stein. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Consulate of Ecuador in Boston and the Ecuadorian community, it is our pleasure to present this recognition to Mr. Raymond Sicolo, President of the Village Automotive Group, founder and president of Sicolo Family Foundation, and board member of the Global Smile Foundation. In the last 35 years, Mr. Raymond Sicolo has supported the work that Global Smile Foundation and Dr. Usama Hamdan do for children born with clefts in underserved areas worldwide. Global Smile Foundation not only provides comprehensive cleft care for children, but transforms the lives of these children. For that, and as representatives of Ecuador, I want to give you thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to honor Mr. Raymond Sicolo.
Come on, you get in. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. What a mistake it is giving me a mic. But welcome to this 100-year-old historic building. And I believe that I stand between you and dessert, so I'll be very, very brief. It takes a lot of volunteers to pull off something like this, and you know, I'd like to thank all the volunteers that helped put this together, in particular Debbie, Kathy, Sophia, and Mark, who set this table up. But as they said, we've been doing this for 35 years, and it's amazing how fast the 35 years has flown by, and without enormous amount of volunteers, both in the United States, the doctors, the nurses, the people that have contributed money to make this happen, the people in the host countries that also participated and did all this work. And also, I'd like to mention that along for this 35-year-old ride is Dr. Ida Hampton, who's also been with us all these many years. And with that, this organization doesn't exist without somebody, a very special somebody, that makes it all happen, that convinces all these volunteers to participate and give up their time. And so with that, I'd like to make a very special presentation on behalf of the Board of Directors to Dr. Usama Hamdan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ray, for the honor. Thank you, everyone here, for the honor of being with us and for changing the lives. And certainly, it's a team effort. Again, indebted to Ida, who's been my angel for so many years and for so many decades, for putting up with me with all in everything that we do, and for the board, and for the volunteers, and for the friends whose love really make a difference in this world. And we have a lot of divisions going around in the world right now. I was talking to one of my friends over here who flew in from DC, and we're talking about the challenges actually the world is facing. And hopefully the good work that we're doing internationally will maybe make a dent in all the craziness that's happening in this world and bring some happiness and smiles. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. I don't even know how to follow this. I honestly don't. I come up here now. I humbly am just blown away by everything we've seen tonight. And I'm taken aback because we sat here tonight and we heard about family and we heard about resiliency. And we've all been through unspeakable things the last 3 years. There's no question about it. But we're starting to come back. We're starting to come out again to events. We're starting to recover. And as a nonprofit, it's no different. We had some tough times, but we knew that all of these surgeries, all of these missions still had to take place, and they did. And they happened because of all of you. So thank you very much for everything you've done so far. But this is the part of the night where, but wait, there's more. There's a video, and I've seen this video. So here we go. Let's show the video. That's hard to follow. I warned you all at the beginning, and you were all focused on the smiling and laughing part, but that was the crying part right there. That's what got me every time. So, wow. All right. But that's why we're here tonight, and that's why we showed that video. And so this is the part in the evening where I say, I'm not going to ask if you're old enough to remember. I'm going to say, if you're fortunate enough to remember the Jerry Lewis Telethon, I get the opportunity right now to pretend like I'm Jerry Lewis as we raise some funds to make sure that we can make more of these missions happen because they need to and we know it. So we have a lot of opportunities to give tonight, like I said. There's QR codes nice and easy on the tables. We definitely take checks. We definitely take cash. Still trying to figure out the crypto, but I'll get back to you on that. So I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to say that one of these trips, all in, costs us roughly about $80,000. So how many people want to sponsor a trip? Not all your hands at once. Not everybody. It's a bargain, $80,000. You get back to me. Okay, perfect. Thought that was a little aggressive. Have to try. Miss all the shots you don't take. All right. How about we start? Ooh, wait, Lisa, you already have something for me. What do you have there? Ooh. We have, this is awesome. Let's give a round of applause for the Valles family. $10,000 tonight. Oh, that takes the pressure off a little bit. Takes a little air out of the room. All right, there we go. We cut the ice. Does anybody want to match them at $10,000? All right, okay, that's okay. So let's break it down a little bit. So we know that one of these surgeries costs $1,500. Is there anybody in the room tonight that will join me in sponsoring 2 surgeries? Whoever sponsors first, I will personally match you for $3,000. Is there $3,000 right here at the front table? Thank you. Another $3,000. Thank you so much. That's 3, 6, 9,000. Ooh, and somebody already one up me. We got 3 patients sponsored by Dr. Nader. Let's give him a round of applause. $4,500. Does anybody want to match again? $3,000, $4,500? Anybody in the room? This is 2 to 3 patients we're talking about right here. 2 to 3 more smiles in our world. How about 1 smile? How about we add 1 more smile tonight in this world for $1,500? Can anybody help us at $1,500? We got 1 in the back. Let's give him a round of applause. $1,500. Now, I've been focusing on everybody in this room, but I keep forgetting there's a little camera right here to my left. And these fine folks that have joined us tonight have gotten to enjoy this entire program, but they've gotten to do it in their sweatpants. I know you're in your sweatpants at home. So this is your chance right now, $1,500. You can give online. We'll shout it out right here in front of everybody. But is there anybody else in the room with $1,500? All right, how about... This is an important one. This covers the hospital fees for a day of surgery. These are not free. These are not free operating rooms for us. It does cost for us to be a part of this, and that is $750. Is there anybody in the room that can sponsor 1 day of our operating fees for $750 at the hospital? $750. Okay, all right, that's okay. How about this one? I'm going to make this real easy for you. This is an easy one. To provide sterile surgical supplies. Seems so simple, right? We go down to the hospital down the street. We don't even think about this. Of course it's going to be sterile. Why wouldn't it be? $500 ensures that that's not a second thought for someone else in this world. $500 right here tonight. Who can give us $500 to help make that possible? Thank you, sir, right up here in the front. Give him a round of applause. And as they say, one is the loneliest number. So who wants to join my new best friend up here at the front at $500? We got one in the back, two in the back. All right, we'll count you as one. All right, that's okay. That was a trick. Did I see another one over here too? All right, thank you, sir, so much. Raise your hand nice and high there. There we go. Don't be shy. There we go. Another $500. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Well, the money is pouring in online. They're showing you up online, folks. Come on now. We got Steve Maturo coming in at $500. Give him a round of applause. Gosh, these are falling out of my hands. We got the man Zor is coming in at $750. Thank you very much online. We have Malik Hassan all the way from Dubai coming in at $1,000. All right. And last but not least, coming in on the cyber web for us tonight, Miss Kate Burt at $2,500. Woo! I am feeling good tonight. All right. All right, this is going to be our final level here tonight, because I know I am standing in the way of some of you in dessert, although some of you have already gone. Don't let me hold you. But $250 provides, this is an interesting one. Most people don't realize we do this. Besides the surgeries, besides the care, infant formula for underweight babies. They come to us. We see this need, and it's met. It's another need that is met because of all of you here tonight. On average, $250. $250, $250. Look at that right there. $500 coming in. Another two. Oh, these are just all over the place. I got 5. That's $1,250 we just raised right there. That is 5 infants. That is incredible. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else at $250 tonight? Another $250 up here. Thank you so very much, ma'am. I love the green. I am super jealous. That is awesome. Oh, another $250. All right, behind the pillar. Anybody else tonight want to take part in the fun? I don't want you to go home and regret saying, oh, I could have done $250. Don't do that to yourselves. Lisa, do we? Oh, all right. Show's not yet. All right, let's give it up. $200. Oh, we'll take 200. That's fantastic. From Dr. Krebs, all the way from Belgium. Belgium. And last but not least, so far online, coming in, oh, forget $250. We have $1,000 from John Shikarati. Give him a round of applause. Oh, I am inspired. I don't know about all of you, but these photos, all of you here tonight, this mission, I am fired up. So what I'm going to do is, Lisa, do we have any more coming in? Or, oh, man, I was all ready for dessert, but this is even better. All right. Ooh. Dr. Young, thank you very much. I want to thank you right here for your $500 contribution online. Thank you so very much. Just occurred to me, the best part of this is they probably think this is like an applause track. We haven't even showed you all yet on here. We've got to turn this camera around, show these are real people applauding this. So, and we've got one more. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to end on this note because I am way too excited about this, and I'm going to buy a lot of people a drink over this one because this is exciting. But what I'm going to say before I do this is the QR codes are going to be live all night. We'll take checks till the end of time. You can stop any one of us. If you want to make a donation, we want you to be a part of our cause. But we just had a contribution come in from the Silverstein family for $35,000. This is the power of family. This is the power of community. This is the power of what we are all doing right here. So thank you so very much. Again, QR codes if you want to join in the fun, but just thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'm going to turn it back over to our host.
Thank you again all for being here. Please enjoy the night. Thank you so much.
Money
cha-cha d'amore. Take this song to my love. Shoo, shoo, little bird. Go and find my love. Cha-cha-cha d'amore. Serenade at her window. Shoo, shoo, little bird. Sing my song of love. Tell her I will wait. Well, if she names the date, tell her that I care more than I can bear. When we are apart, how it hurts my heart. So fly, oh fly away, and say I hope and pray this lover's melody will bring her back to me.
Una rosa de Francia, cuya suave fragancia, una tarde de mayo, su milagro me dio. De mi jardín, en calma, aún la llevo en el alma, como un rayo de sol. Aún la llevo en el alma, como un rayo de sol. Por sus pétalos blancos es la rosa más linda y hechicera que brinda elegancia y olor. Aquella rosa de Francia, cuya suave fragancia una tarde de mayo su milagro me dio. Una tarde de mayo su milagro me dio. Te abrazo, te toco y no me puedo orientar. Te sueño, te siento y te vuelves a escapar, muchacho. Esto no es forma de vivir. Me niego a seguir. Despierta mi sueño, no me dejes delirar. Te busco de nuevo y no te puedo encontrar, muchacho. Tú me elevas, tú me matas y me haces sufrir. Ay, no corrida, es lo que soy. Tú me haces ser, vivo por ti, mujer. Ay, no corrida, no quiero más, contigo nada más, Sin yo conocerte, mi vida era tan banal. Fue anoche, fue soledad, llegaste y todo se fue, muchacho. Me enseñaste la verdad para poder respirar. El fuego divino de tu gran sensualidad me envuelve, me enciende. Tu tormenta tropical, muchacho. Tú me elevas, me abrazas y quiero seguir. Ay, no corrida, es lo que soy. Tú me haces ser, vivo por ti, mujer. Ay, no corrida, ya te encontré. No quiero más, contigo nada más, Ay, no corrida, es lo que soy. Tú me haces ser, vivo por ti, mujer. Ay, no corrida, ya te encontré. No quiero más, contigo nada más.
Check this.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to let you know that the silent auction and the raffle and the global market are closing in about 5 minutes. So please make your last round. Thank you.
Delirar, te busco de nuevo y no te puedo encontrar, muchacho. Tú me elevas, tú me matas y me haces sufrir. Ay, no corrida, es lo que soy. Tú me haces ser, vivo por ti, mujer. Ay, no corrida, tú me matas mi sueño. No me dejes delirar, te busco نقيها حلوة أحلى من ضحكة.
ميل يا غزيل
يا غزيل ميل وميل يا غزيل يا غزيل ميل بين لك ميولي بين لك أيولي بين لك ميولي بين لك أيولي نسيك فنجان قهوي ونعمل لك دبولي ونسيك فنجان قهوي ونعمل لك دبولي منك يا غزيل يا غزيل يا غزيل
عيد وعقلي عار واقدر اخد بالطار امونة يا بنت الجار ولعت في قلبي النار يا بوي يا بوي ايوه يا بوي يا بوي يا بوي ايوه يا بوي قله للواد مرزوق ما يبص لهاش ويدوب لحسن ما خلي السيف يقطع جدته يا حيف
Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. Ya no me importa nada, ni el día ni la hora. Si lo he perdido todo, me has dejado en las sombras. Te juro que te pienso. Hago el mejor intento. El tiempo pasa lento y yo me voy muriendo. Si llega la noche y tú no contestas, uno me quedo esperando a tu puerta. Vivo pasando las noches en velas y sigo cantando bajo la luna llena. Súbeme la radio que esta es mi canción. Siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor. Vamos a juntar la luna y el sol.
Si el ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza, ya empezamos como es. Mi música no discrimina a nadie, así que vamos a romper. Toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como los tiene. Hago música que entretiene. El mundo nos quiere, me quiere a mí. Toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como los tiene. Hago música que entretiene. Mi música los tiene fuerte bailando y se baila así.
Estamos rompiendo la discoteca, la fiesta no para, apenas comienza. C'est comme si, c'est comme ça, ma chérie. La 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 la. Francia, Colombia, me gusta. Freeze. J Balvin, Willy William, me gusta. Freeze. Los DJ no mienten, le gusta a mi gente y eso se fue muy bien. No le bajamos, mas nunca paramos, es otro palo y blanco.
¿Y dónde está mi gente? Me fue a bouger la tête. ¿Y dónde está mi gente? Sí, yeah, yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3, luego.
تغيب يا حبيبي لا ما تغيب أنا كيف بدك عني تروح يا حياتي لا ما تروح أنا كيف بدك مني تضيع ولا بدي منك ضياع كيف بدك عني تغيب يا حبيبي لا ما تغيب أنا كيف بدك عني تروح يا حياتي لا ما تروح أنا كيف بدك مني تضيع ولا بدي منك ضياع
Vamos a bailar, baila, baila conmigo, baila, baila mi amor, baila y mexe umbigo, y así es que se baila mejor. Baila, baila conmigo, baila, baila mi amor, baila y mexe umbigo, y así es que se baila mejor. Ay, palita mía, guárdate la poesía, guárdate la alegría para ti.
Yo pido que todos los días sean de sol. Yo pido que todos los viernes sean de fiesta. Y tampoco te pido que vuelvas rogando perdón. Si lloras que no seas y hablando de ella. Ay, amor, me duele tanto que te fueras sin decir a dónde. Ay, amor, fue una tortura perderte.
Yo sé que no he sido un santo, pero lo puedo arreglar, amor.
No solo de pan vive el hombre y no de excusas vivo yo.
Solo de errores aprende y hoy sé que es tuyo mi corazón.
Mejor te guardas todo eso de perra con ese hueso y nos decimos
Mira lo que se avecina a la vuelta de la esquina, viene Diego rumbeando. Con la luna en las pupilas y en su traje agua marina van restos de contrabando. Y donde más no va un alma y se mete a darse caña poseído por el ritmo ragatanga. El DJ que lo conoce toca el himno de las 12 para Diego, la canción más deseada. Y la baila, y la goza, y la canta. Y ahí se deje, déjeme tú, déjeme de ser mi uno, mamá, bien de boogie, and the witty witty. I said déjeme tú, déjeme de ser mi uno, mamá, bien de boogie, and the witty witty. I said déjeme tú, déjeme de ser mi uno, mamá, bien de boogie, and the witty witty.
Shakira, Shakira. I never really knew that you could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita. Picasa. Shakira, Shakira.
oh baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is perfection.
Hey girl, I can see your body moving, and it's driving me crazy. And I didn't have the slightest idea until I saw you dancing. And when you walk up on the dance floor, nobody can ignore the way you move your body, girl. And everything's so unexpected, the way you right and left it. So you
She playing down all the time just to keep it fun, to get you on like it. Be careful, amigo. She talking and walking just to work you up. She died for your love, but your love's something baby. Sigo tranquila like I'm on a beach in Anguilla, sipping macarona like there's nothing going on. I ain't leaving you alone. What does it mean for me? No other girl's gonna take it to give 'em up.
And I'm crazy, but you like it. Toca, 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 and you like it easy. Toca, 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 and I'm crazy, but you like it. Toca, 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 and I'm crazy, but you like it.
That girl is a nutter. Hot girl, I heat up when I touch her. Chica caliente, got me bumping to merengue. I feel so El Presidente. I'm running shit and I'm loving it. She got a mean no bumper, you should see what she does with it. She did it down low. I can never get enough. Oh no, oh no. She gives me the run around, but I stay chasing. But I need help. I'm in love with a crazy girl, but it's all good and it's fine by me. Just as long as I hear her say. cosa suena ra. Scooby-Doo papá. Y el pum 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 pum. Y el pum 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 pum. Y el pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. Y la cosa suena ra, 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 ra. Scooby-Doo papá. Y el pum 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 pum. Y el pum 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 pum. Y el pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. Y la cosa suena ra, 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 ra. Scooby-Doo papá. Y el pum 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 pum. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Si no, te voy a romper los dientes. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Tú quieres juca, pásamelo 20. Si no, te voy a romper los dientes. Pásame la maldita manguera, si no te voy a hacer tu lío aquí mismo. ¿Qué fue? Pasa la manguera.
ولا لاش راك تفكر راك معنا وراك وحيد الناس هي في البحر وانت غايس وراحت لبعيد راه باين قلبك معمر راه باين ما عندك ما تزيد اللي موالف البحال مصر طول عمرو نار تقيد